Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, all the product I used and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products and help support my channel. There's a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. And my email address if you have any questions. I have nothing in front of me today. What am I doing? Well, I need to make a box because it is Christmas and I do like to make a lot of my own gift packaging. And so what we have is my instructions that I drew out last night. I have a piece of Cherry Cobbler, 8.5 by 11. And I have a piece of DSP that is 11 by 11. Now, this is the Traditions of St. Nick paper. I used it last week and I need this box to have the same type of theme and feel as that bag I made. And so I'm going to use the Traditions of St. Nick, even though it is sold out, but I know many of you have it. You don't have to use this paper and cardstock. You could use any color, any DSP you want to make this box. So with that being said, we're going to get our trimmer and turn it the right way. And first we need to trim our DSP down to 12 by 10. So I'm going to cut 2 inches off and I'm going to turn it this way because this is the direction of my paper. It's directional. So I'm going to take it off the top here, or the bottom, doesn't matter, 2 inches. I'm sorry, I keep on looking at my instructions. I just designed this box last night in the measurements and I've not built it, so it's just the way it is. And this is my cardstock, and we're going to leave the 8.5 by 11. This 8.5 by 11 this way is fine. The length, we need to take off a 1/2 inch. So to make it 10.5. Like I said, I'm going to have all the dimensions below, so you don't need to worry about writing anything down. So, and you know what would really help me a lot? Set this down here. As usual, I forgot to put my glasses on. So let's score both of these and then we will build the box. So I'm going to use my scoring board. First, the base. We're going to be scoring this at 2 1/4. I'm going to try to move this so you can see it 1/4 here. So we're going to score this at 2 1/4 on all 4 sides. This is going to be a reinforced box. It's 2 1/4. It's going to be a large box. I'll give you the dimensions in a minute. 6 inches by 4 inches by 2 1/4 high. So it's a good size box. So, and then on the DSP, we're going to be making 2 score marks on all 4 sides. We're going to score at 3/4 of an inch and 3 inches. Now, to make sure my box lid fits over my box, and I've showed this before, I'm going to move it out just slightly. By slightly, I mean you're moving it out about 2 thicknesses of a piece of cardstock. This is how small this is. And I know it's hard to see in there, but if you put a piece of cardstock in there, you can see how much you're supposed to move it out. After time, you would not need to do that. It's like a 32nd of an inch or something like that. So we're going to score this at 3. Oop, and I just jumped my track. So go slow so you don't. 3/4 of an inch and 3 inches. I'm going to rotate it, pull out just a hair. 3/4 of an inch and 3 inches. Now we're going to do the same, rotate, pull it out just a hair. 3/4 and 3. And then we should have one more side to do. Yeah. Sorry, I'm laughing. The cat's in here trying to, I've got a bag of gifts hooked to the back of the door. And she's trying to figure out how to get the bag off the back of the door. So Now we're going to go ahead and burnish all the score lines. And if you hear her, Shasta, get out of there. But anyhow, is everybody else getting ready for the holidays? Thanksgiving's in a few days. And Christmas is coming faster than I realized. I don't know, we know it comes every same day every year, but it always seems to sneak up on us. At least me, it does. And one more on this one. So there's all that's burnished, and let's do this one. I don't know if you can hear the banging. She's working very diligently trying to figure out how to get that bag off the back of the door, which I don't think she can. Okay, so there's the base of our card. Silly girl. And we're gonna need our snips, and I think I'll grab a pair of scissors, big scissors. And if anybody was wondering what this is, I was trimming a reindeer from Reindeer Fun and got attacked by my own scissors. Be careful, they're very sharp. So I'm gonna just cut down here, and I'm gonna just take a little miter here, and a little miter here. And I'm going to just rotate it this way. Oh, I'm going to bend that up a little bit. I want that score line gone. Score line adds extra bulk when you're folding the box. And then this side. This one, and this one. So if anybody has a package that they want to have a design of a box for, and they want it seen on air, contact me, tell me what the dimensions, length, height, width, and depth of the box is that you want, then I will design a box for you and do it on air. Okay, so this one, I'm going to take a pin. I think you can see with the pin. There is, we have this score line. This is going to be outside. No one's going to see it. Inside, we have this here, and this is the other score line. This goes this way. Okay? What we need to do is we need to remove this, this, and this, and cut this down to be our tab that goes inside. And I am going to use my smaller, maybe I'll try the bigger ones. And the reason I'm cutting from the back of this paper is because it's actually easier to see. And if you have something you're working on and it's hard to see, so I've cut down this side, both ends, and left that. Now I am going to take and come in here and do a little miter on this side, and a little miter on this side. I should have just done this here. And a little miter here, and a little miter here. So that's what each of your corners should look like. Okay, so we'll come to this side here. I'm going to cut down to the second score line. down to the second score line. This time I'm just gonna wedge as I go, like that. And then cut this off. A little miter, a little miter, and do this one. So I'll come over here and do this one. Even this side is a little on the hard side. So down to the second, down to the second, miter, cut that one off, little miter on that, and there we go. One more corner to do. You notice how I fold this up so I can actually hold the paper easier. It makes it sturdier, easier for me. And a miter. This one, and miter this one a little bit. She's still trying to get the bag down. Okay, let's slide all this over here. And what I'm going to be looking is, did I miter all 4 of my spots here? Nope, I missed this one right here. Like that. Make sure everybody's mitered properly. They are. Okay, so that's going to be the lid of our box. So I'm going to come back to the base, and I'm going to put the base together first. Now I'm using glue. Clean off the end of my glue. You could use tear and tape or Seal Plus for this. I like using glue for parts of this, and especially the base, because something is quite heavy going in this. It will fit and work in it fine, but I do want to make sure that the box doesn't fall apart on me, and it looks pretty under the Christmas tree. I'm just making sure that I've got nice corners as I go. And then the last one. Like I said, this is a nice size box. Put lots of stuff in here. Or just a lot of stuff in here. And unfortunately, I cannot show you what I'm putting in this box because it is a gift. And I'm pretty sure that the person who's getting this gift does watch most of my videos, so we won't show you. So there's the base. We'll let that sit off to the side and dry. Now we'll come work on the lid. We're going to reinforce this lid, so we're going to use some tear and tape. We're going to come around here and put tear and tape on these outside tabs like this. Now you can do this with glue, but I think tear tape's easier. So those 4 big tabs, we're going to put this on. Just like that. And then I'm going to come in and use glue and start building these. Don't worry about these tabs, just leave them off to the side for now. So I'm going to use glue. Line up my corners here, make sure they're nice and 90-degree angles. Yeah, I wish this paper hadn't sold out. It's such a beautiful paper. I really do like it. But like I said, I know that most of you have a lot of paper in your supplies. Use what you have and what you like. So I'm just making sure I got those 90-degree angles all the way around, holding it for just a second. And make sure this one's on the inside now. So how many of you guys are ready for Thanksgiving? I'm just about ready. Wednesday I'll make my salads and my pies, and as the turkey continues to defrost. Okay, that's it for the glue. Now, I'm just going to take off this one and push it down. We'll get them all burnished here down in a minute. I'm just doing them one at a time here. This is going to come over, if you can see it's come right over where you have your tabs. It helps support those tabs as well. And this one. And this one. Oh, I forgot to, this is where the problem. I forgot to burnish, or I forgot to miter this tab right here, and it's up too high. So this is when you do, I call the surgery. And it won't hurt anything. I just forgot to wedge it. So it won't be the prettiest wedge mark here, but it will be just fine. Just cutting a little piece off, even though it's got glue on it. It happens, you forget. It's sort of messy looking right now, but once you fold this over, no one will know, well, except I will. Hang on here. There we go. It will be fine. There we go. I just had to get that in there the right way. Make sure you wedge. It does make a difference when you go to fold those sides down. You don't have to cut like I did, but it's fine. Now, if I did everything right, this lid should fit straight over the box, and it goes clear to the bottom. I wanted it like that. Now, I'm not doing a lot of decorating on this box. It's got a lot of decoration by itself, but I am going to put a bow on it. This is the Cherry Cobbler in gold ribbon. It's in the mini catalog. I am just going to put a simple bow. Go around one time and put a simple bow on this. Not getting real fancy. Keeping it quite simple. Oh, gotta try that again. Hang on. I'm having a hard time holding on to this ribbon. It's a very nice ribbon, but it's much thinner than some of the other ribbons. And so it's a little slicker too. There we go. Now, typically I would trim my ends. I'll trim a little bit. I'm going to leave them the way they are pretty much, because I have to pack this with the gift and the tissue paper and all the good stuff. But that is my box. And if I'm right, it is 6 inches by 4 inches by 2 1/4. So it's a nice box, a nice gift in that. So thank you for joining me today. And if you want to see me make a certain style of box, or have something you need a box size and want to know how to do it, just contact me on my email. If you want to see something special, a technique or something, just let me know, and I will be glad to show you, provided I know how to do it. But I've been doing this a long time, so I might. So everybody have a wonderful day, and I will see you Thursday on Thanksgiving. So bye-bye for now.